Hi everyone. So I wanted to just shoot a quick little video because this story keeps popping in my head and I'm feeling really inclined to share it. So I remember when I was studying yoga to be a yoga teacher, my teacher shared this wonderful story because we were learning about living authentically and living your truth and setting boundaries for yourself in a society that often expects us to live by their rules as opposed to our own. And so we often get stuck in this trap. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about boundaries and authenticity and being truthful to yourself and a couple of different strategies and ways. But more or less, this story really helps kind of put it into focus. So yeah, I shared it recently at a book club I was in with a friend of mine, Wild Women Who Run with the Wolves. And if you haven't read it, pick it up because it's a pretty incredible book. But anyway, it was a great example of being truthful and authentic. So here I am at your house and I come for tea and you invite me and we have a wonderful afternoon together and we're chatting and chatting and chatting. But now it's dinner time. And you had already prepared your meal for that evening. And maybe you have kids or a big family or, lots of mouths to feed, or it doesn't matter, you're on a budget. Whatever it is, most of us right now are on a budget, so it really resonates, right? So anyway, there I am, we're talking away, and you start cooking, and now you're feeling obligated to invite me to stay. So you do the right thing and the polite thing, and you invite me to stay for dinner, and yeah, it smells good and I'm hungry and I'm gonna stay. I want to hang out with you more. I'm enjoying your company. So I accept your invitation because in my eyes it was a kind thing for you to do, and whatever my reasons are, I say yes. And so you cook this fabulous meal and we all eat together, and the whole time you're resenting me and you're having these negative feelings, and it's not what you want to do, because now this meal that you fed me has taken up food, another mouth to feed that you couldn't afford, or that it wasn't a part of your plan, whatever it is. Maybe you had a conversation you were supposed to have with a family member instead, and now you put me in that scenario. Now here's the thing, I don't want to eat your resentment. That's not fair for me. I don't want that energy in my food or in my body. And that's what's happening when these types of situations occur. And this happens a lot for so many people, especially women, because we're taught to be good girls, right? And to do the right thing. And that energetically, when you don't follow your truth, these types of things start happening. So just remember that no one wants to eat your resentment. So instead, saying things like, I'm having such a wonderful afternoon with you, Laura. Let's do this again. Maybe next week we could get together. I'm sorry, but I need to start cooking dinner for my family, or, I gotta go. I wish I had enough to feed you. I love your company. There's so many other ways to do it. There's so many other things that you could do to get around that by simply being truthful and kind. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to be an asshole. And I think that's what we're all really worried about is, being an asshole or hurting somebody else's feelings. So we step on our own. And that's not okay, because it will seep out energetically, whether you realize it or not, because your thoughts control your emotions, and that is how energy is transferred. So be very mindful of that you're doing what you want to do because you want to do it, that you're giving people a gift, not because you have to, at Christmas because you have to, but because you want to, and you think about that person, you love them, you want to honor them and celebrate them. That's what it's about, right? As opposed to, oh fuck, I can't afford this and I can't be doing this and this isn't good for me to do this right now. Instead saying, I really wish I could get you something. I saw some beautiful things in the store. Next year I hope I can afford to buy you a beautiful Christmas present, but this year it's just not on the cards for me. So couple of ways to really do it, and think about it first. Have a couple of things in your pocket, and once you start doing that and having those phrases and speaking that way, it's going to become so much easier for you in so many other situations. So, and that's in essence what yoga is about too, is about getting comfortable with uncomfortable things. Once you feel uncomfortable with something, sit with it a little bit until you can breathe some space into it. And then eventually you can transfer it off the mat and into your life. So that's a really good example of living yoga, and a great way to heal, and a great way to transfer your energy and be and hold that light inside of you and transfer it on to other people, because that's what we are. We're wonderful light beings, and we're here to help people and heal people and give them tea and feed them meals when we're able and when we want to, because no one wants to eat your resentment. So that's it. Namaste, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day.